It's the final few seconds before the lights go out, and the race to the podium begins. You know this battle will be won off the track as well as on it. You've studied your tactics, anticipated every move like a grandmaster. You've researched and analysed, modified and fine-tuned to perfection. You have honed your instincts to give you an edge over your rivals. The championship in the balance. First past the checkered flag, the goal. Epic victory or ultimate failure. There is only a heartbeat between them.
So, this was an overly dramatic intro to today's race. Today's race of the day, actually. Race of the day, very quickly, is where I do a race with a bunch of very, very fast, some of the fastest drivers that there are in Circuit Superstars. And the deal is kind of, whatever happens, happens. There's no retakes, and if I do a bad job, it will be going online as well as if I do a good job. Yesterday we had an exciting truck race. Now we are at Formula 1 in Renford again. I started from pole, and there's a new guy, Paolo O, and he's very fast, and he's in second position, followed by Bagger and Ira Monster. Ira Monster is another world record holder, previous world record holder, extremely fast Circuit Superstar driver. So right now the field had a good start. There was no incidents from what I could see, and I'm managing to stay ahead, pull away but slightly. This is in microsecond, in the microsecond area, so there's no, when I say pulling away, I'm not really visibly pulling away. Right now, as you can see, Paolo was about to catch up a bit actually, until he messed up the chicane. Ira Monster overtook Bagger, so Ira Monster back on P3. Ira Monster is you can never write off Ira Monster. Extremely fast driver. We also have 5K Y in here, a driver who is known for always being up there when it comes to races. He's always challenging me. So we're all coming in at the end of lap 4 right now. Paulo very close behind me, and Ira Monster as well. So we all basically pit at the same time. Seppi DN is here on P6. A bunch of drivers stayed outside. 5KY actually stayed outside. I'll just call him Sky because I think that's what he actually meant with this nickname. So Sky leading right now, which is concerning because a bunch of drivers did some very interesting strategic tests when it comes to pit stops. I'm one of those who did none of them, probably too busy editing. So Sky was in the pits now. I pulled past. My pit stop went better than Paulo's, from what I can see, because right now the distance to Paulo grew, and Ira Monster also overtook Paulo, so it seems like Ira Monster was actually having a better pit stop than Paulo as well. Can't really say if the overtake has taken place on track or in the pits right now, but however, Ira Monster is second and is now my main challenger. I can see in the mini-map, just like you can see at the bottom right corner, that none of them are really losing connection to me, although they are not in the picture with me at the moment. So that's a very calming sign if you're in the lead, if the opponents are not directly in your game screen. That's a good comfortable distance, so you can mess up a little bit, so you can allow yourself one mistake, even though you shouldn't do one mistake. If you can, you should never do a mistake if it doesn't happen to you. So we're on lap 8, another pit stop is now on. I'm taking it safely here, going on the inside, giving up a little bit of gap here when I do the pit entrance, just to do it safely. Ira Monster had a very good pit stop. Paulo, you can see now, has a bit of a gap. Seppi DN is also right there. He's just not appearing on the timing screens because it's so close right now. Bagger is in the pits, Darson was in the pits, and look who stayed out, Sky. So he's doing opposite no, not opposite, but he's doing a very different strategy, which is concerning because you never know what is actually behind this. So he stayed out and is in the lead now, and even more concerning at this point was that he again didn't come in, but I can see from behind in the corners that his tires are really wearing, so it was quite easy to overtake him here. He tried to leave a good amount of space because he knew it's gonna end only badly if you're fighting with bad tires against a good driver with new tires. So he did the smart thing and let the door open here. Again, he didn't come in, so really interesting because we have 2 laps to go and his tires are gone, so he's kind of losing position after position. He's in 3rd now, behind Iron Monster, who also took him, and Beggar is following Sky right now. So it will be interesting to see if he can defend the position. No, Sky lost the position to Beggar, is on 4 now and out of the podium ranks. No point coming into the pits now anymore. Iron Monster behind me, yeah, the distance grew actually. My best race time is 26.5 right now, which for the race is actually quite fast. In the qualifying I'm doing usually 26.1s. In the race you always have your quickest timed lap actually with slightly worn tires. Here I'm coming and it's number 1. Spot, which is actually amazing because today this was the first race of my day, and I remember I was sweating when this race was going on because this new concept, race of the day, there's a sense of urgency because if you lose out, and it's not like the lobby races where you have always one more race to make up for what you messed up before. So this race was whatever happens, and it's an exciting format. People seem to enjoy it. Sepidien became 4th, Beggar 3rd. Here you can see the quickest laps. Iron Monster actually slightly quicker race lap even, which is really, really fantastic. Because my 26.5 in the race was actually a lap time that I don't do very often. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Here's the podium ceremony with the backflip. Comment down below if you want to know anything about Circuit Superstars, and I hope you have a lot of fun with the game. Thank you for tuning in.